How you doing? I'm Steven with HVAC Technical Academy. Today I'm going to measure and cut duct board. We're going to use two blades. The first one is a blade that device that contains two blades, and the second one is a device that contains three blades. What we're going to do is we're going to start out with 12 inches by 10 inches. We're going to subtract 3 inches to compensate for the cut. And after we subtract 3 inches to compensate for the cut on both sides, for the first cut and the first cut only, we're going to go ahead and add 3/4 of an inch. So the first cut is going to be 9 3/4 of an inch. We align it, and then we hold on to the tool, and we go forth and cut. Okay? If you notice on the first cut, I should have expanded my tool. I should have expanded my hand to cover the whole tool. So from this point forward, I'm going to expand my hand to cover the whole tool. All right, when we measure the second cut, we're going to measure 7 inches from the last end of the V line. Okay? We're going to use the red tool again, and this time I'm going to open my hand to cover the tool. And we push all the way through. Now the next cut is going to be 9 inches. We measure it 9 inches from the outside of the V line. Okay? And we follow all the way through. The last cut is going to be 7 inches. With this last cut, we're going to use the blue tool with the 3 blades. We're going to also measure it from the outside of the last V cut. We're going to expand our hand. This one's going to be a little harder, so we're going to have to put a little bit more muscle behind it. We follow all the way through. Once we get that last cut in, we're going to go ahead and put our tool aside. We can put these aside. What we need to do is on the edge of the last cut, we're going to need to use our blade in order to cut through that last cut. Okay, I'm going to finish cutting through that last cut. Cut through the last cut. This is waste. We're going to go ahead and take off the 2 edges. These 2 edges will also be waste. What we're going to have to do is this is the end that's going to go ahead and close it. So what we need to do is go ahead and use the straight blade side of the duct cutting tool, and we need to go ahead and not cut the tape. But what we want to do is we want to cut underneath like a fillet style. Before we do that, to help us out, we're going to put a little pressure here. Do not cut the tape. The goal is not to cut the tape. The goal is get the insulation as much as possible off the tape. And once we cut under, as much as possible, we separate the insulation from the tape. As much as possible. Once you separate the insulation from the tape, what we're going to do is remove each section. As we remove each section, we can go ahead pull it down. We're going to fold this. After that, we'll go ahead and tape it down. And I'm going to show you the finished product. Once it's all said and done, this would be the finished product. We want to make sure it's squared. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy and your blessings. Have a good day.